Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. A car traveled at an average speed of P miles per hour for H hours and consumed fuel at a rate of M miles per gallon. How many gallons of fuel did the car use for the trip? Okay, here we have the speed of the car, that is P miles per hour, and time taken by the car to travel for the trip, that is H hours. And also we have the mileage of the car, that is the car consumed fuel at a rate of M miles per gallon. That is for 1 gallon of fuel, the car travel a distance of M miles. Okay, using the speed and time, we can find the distance of the trip. So the formula to get the distance is speed multiplied by time. Here the speed is P miles per hour, so we can plug in P for the speed, and time is H hours, we can plug in H for this T, then we get P times H. Okay, this pH represents the distance of the trip, and we have to find the number of gallons of fuel required to cover this distance of pH. Okay, let's consider the mileage of the car. So that is a car consumed fuel at a rate of M miles per gallon. That is a car travels a distance of M miles for 1 gallon of fuel. Let me write the stuff over here. Now we can write this stuff as a ratio. That is for M miles of distance, the number of gallons of fuel is required is just 1. Now let's write the same ratio with this distance. That is for the distance of pH miles, how many gallons of fuel is required? We can assume that one as X. Okay, here we have a ratio between the distance and the number of gallons of fuel. And here also we have the ratio between the two same stuff, that is the distance and the number of gallons of fuel required. Okay, our aim is to solve for X in this equation. For that we can write each ratio as a fraction. When I write this ratio as a fraction, I'm getting M over 1. And here we get PH over X. Since our aim is to solve for X, let's try to get this X in numerator. For that we have to take reciprocal on both sides of this equation. When I take reciprocal of this M over 1, I'm getting 1 over M. And when I take reciprocal for this PH over X, I'm getting X over PH. Since we have to solve for X, we have to get out this denominator. For that we have to multiply both sides of this equation by PH. When I do so, this PH will cancel out. Okay, here we can multiply this fraction by this pH. That is, we have to multiply pH and the numerator 1 over here. pH times 1 is pH. That is pH over M equals to X. Okay, here I got the number of gallons of fuel required to cover the distance of pH miles. So that is pH over M, and we find this stuff exactly in answer choice C. The correct answer choice for this question is C.